4 of the best chefs in Britain are on the hunt for their perfect partner. Because for the first time ever, amateur home cooks will be paired with the best in the business for the cooking experience of a lifetime.
I'm planning a change of the tactics.
Each day, an award-winning chef will choose their perfect partner from 4 talented home cooks.
If you're coming on the cookery show, you just have to up your game.
Then, in the Friday final, all 4 pairs will go head-to-head to cook for culinary royalty Pierre Koffmann.
There's only 2 types of cooking, bad cooking and good cooking.
For the professional chefs, their reputations are on the line.
Bring the home cooks in!
For the amateur home cooks, they're about to be put to the test by the country's finest.
I think you boys have to worry.
But who will win?
Oh!
This is Yes Chef.
Hello and welcome to Yes Chef. Let's meet today's 4 home cooks.
First, it's Dina De Silva, an administrator from Cheshire.
I can cook all different types of food, whether it be Spanish, Italian, Thai. Right, collect your thoughts a moment. I'm quite eclectic in all the different types of food I cook.
Next, it's Matt Wood, a clinical trials manager from Edinburgh.
My main strength is timekeeping, managing to get everything out at the same time. I'm confident. I think I've got a really good chance of winning today. If you cook simply with good ingredients, you should be OK. Famous last words.
Adam Neal from London is an equities broker.
My strength in the kitchen is putting together big, bold, flavoursome dishes. Wasted a bit of time, I think. A bit too much time faffing around at the beginning. Very excited to work with a Michelin-starred chef today. Once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
And finally, it's Brian Charleston, a retired RAF engineer from Preston.
I need everything prepared to hand and in an order. Not too many flusters at the moment. If that doesn't happen, things can start going wrong.
Welcome, everybody. So we have our 4 home cooks. All we need now is our chef. She's held her Michelin star for the past 13 years. It's Frances Atkins.
Frances Atkins is a chef whose food is inspired by her surroundings, with her restaurant nestled in the beautiful Yorkshire countryside.
A lot of people use local produce. I really do. Our beef is in the fields over there, and the lambs, well, we've got tons of them at the moment.
She began her career as a teenager in Ilkley, making cheeses from her parents' cellar, and went on to work in some of the finest establishments in Denmark, Scotland and London.
Flavour is everything. That is what gives you a sensation, and that is what gives you memories.
In a male-dominated industry, Frances is only one of 8 female Michelin-starred chefs in the UK and knows exactly what it takes to succeed.
I'm looking for somebody who has an idea about what they're doing and somebody who has a bit of imagination.
It's an absolute pleasure to have you here, Frances.
The pleasure's all mine.
Now, our 4 home cooks are going to be trying their very best to impress you in hope that you pick one of them to be your partner in the Friday final. What will you be looking for today?
Presentation, taste, a little bit of speed and an understanding of one's ingredient.
OK. You listening? So, cooks, you will literally have 45 minutes to prepare the one dish that you believe will make you stand out from the rest. Make it count, because after this challenge, one of you, sadly, will be going home. So, Chef, it's over to you.
Thank you. Are you ready to start?
Yes, Chef.
So our cooks are off. This is their one chance to showcase their best dish.
It kind of all comes together at the end, which is the challenging bit.
This is nice beef. This is very nice beef.
But are they feeling nervous?
No, not really. Never am, to be honest.
Hi, Dina.
Hi, hi.
Would you like to tell us what you're making?
I'm making some Portuguese sausage, which is a farinheira, with some chorizo. I'm going to make some little balls. I'm going to do that on a bed of spinach, which is done with garlic and nutmeg, and served with some apple.
OK.
Lovely. That's super. How are you going to bind your balls together? Is there sufficient fat in your sausage to do that?
There is, and I'm going to put 1 egg yolk.
fine.
Is this something that you make all the time at home?
This is something that the farinheira, whenever I go to Portugal or whenever I can get hold of it here, it's not easy to get hold of, then I'll cook it.
Well, we'll let you get on, but very good luck.
Okay.
It smells delicious.
Thank you.
It does. Hi, Matt.
Hi.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, Francis.
How are we getting on?
Good, thanks. Yeah, getting started, getting there.
OK. What are you making for us?
I'm making a spiced halibut with sagaloo and a lime emulsion.
Ooh.
Sounds lovely.
And how are your nerves? You've settled down now. You're into the cooking.
They're getting better now that I'm
good.
getting into it, I think.
We'd be looking forward to seeing the end result.
Good, thank you.
Hello, Adam.
Hi there, Cherry. How are you?
Good. How are you getting on here?
Not too bad. We've started frying off the onions, garlic, chorizo lardons.
What are you making?
My take on a paella with a fried sea bass.
Right, OK.
And are you OK for time, or are you pushed for time?
No, we're pretty pushed on time at the moment, to be honest.
You've got your pan nice and hot,
Yeah,
ready for your chicken.
exactly. So that's not too
So in
Saves
other
some
words, would you
time.
like us to move away? We'll leave you to it.
Thank you very
Good
much.
luck.
Thanks a lot. Just preparing the squid and then the prawns, and then we'll put them in the paella towards the end, stir them through.
Hi, Brian.
Hiya.
How
This
are we
looks
getting
lovely.
on?
What are you doing?
I'm doing a beef stroganoff.
Oh, right.
Hopefully it'll turn out all right.
So is this a family favourite?
It's something that I do, 2 or 3 times a year.
So you've got your rice going. You seem to be really well organised.
Yep, I've
The
now
beef.
just got to colour the beef, and I'll
Yes.
take it back out again, and then I'll start doing the veg.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to taste.
Yeah, be lovely.
Thank you.
OK, so we've had a look at everybody's ingredients. Whose dish at the minute excites you the most?
I think Matt's dish.
OK.
I think he's looking pretty cool. He's a little bit nervous. He's got some nice ingredients there, bit of coconut, bit of lime. It looks to me interesting.
Yeah, OK. What about Dina?
I think the conception is nice, but the actual work that's gone into it isn't so much, but it might produce the most phenomenal results. So shall we see?
Yeah, OK. Now, who worries you slightly?
Brian.
Why?
I'm really very worried for him.
Why? Tell me.
Well, he seems to be cooking it the way that I perhaps would do in the reverse. Maybe cook the onions first and then put the meat in with the onions. He's got some vegetables, but he just seems to have onions.
There was nothing else there.
No.
This is the crucial part now. It's the starting of the sauce. That's the key ingredient of the dish, I believe.
And what about Adam, the paella?
He's got a lot of ingredients there. It's got a lot going on. I'm just worried slightly about all his flavours.
OK.
He's got the squid, he's got sea bass, he's got chicken.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how he pulls it all together.
It will.
Just add some creme fraiche, just to give it the effect.
As time ticks on, our cooks are feeling the pressure.
Just to check that my apple is cooked, and then I can put it through the sieve.
And that, I think, is me about done.
Brian is first to plate up, way ahead of everyone else.
How does it feel that Brian's done? Obviously a bit more nerve-wracking for me, isn't it?
So I know you've finished, but is there anything you'd like to do?
The one thing I would change would be the presentation.
Do it.
Whilst Brian pretties up his dish, Dina gets frustrated by her Portuguese balls.
Oh, come on. I need to get these frying. It's not quite hot enough.
Sea bass in, skin down now.
Love the colour.
Yeah, I'm pleased with that.
Yeah.
It's gone well.
And these balls look really yummy.
And with only 30 seconds to go, Adam fills up his foamer.
It's only the second time I've ever used it.
Oh!
I think I'll go without that.
Adam's foam appears to be lacking a bit of froth, but time is running out.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop cooking! Step away from your plates. Well done.
First to be judged is Dina with her dish of the day. Portuguese fedonera balls on a bed of spinach with garlic, nutmeg and sherry vinegar, accompanied with a poached egg and an apple sauce.
Well done. Is that a relief that you've done
huge
it?
relief. A huge relief, yeah. 45 minutes goes like that.
Yeah.
This is not long.
OK, well, let's try it.
Lovely. Well, the balance is good. Very, very tasty. I can taste all that lovely smoky sausage. I'm not quite sure if we need so much apple, but no, delicious.
The tasting was pretty stressful. I'm still a little bit confused as to whether they liked it or not, so we'll wait and see.
The tastes were good, but I'm not sure I could eat a plate of those balls, really.
Yeah.
Could you?
No, because they're quite thick. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yes,
you
it
know,
does.
just
Yes, yeah. Well, she'd put her egg white in, maybe whisked that up, and then bound the meat through the egg white. That's what it would have been
Bit
much
lighter.
lighter.
OK.
Next is Matt with his dish of the day. Spiced halibut fillet coated in parmesan, served with a sagaloo and lime emulsion.
Do you enjoy that, Matt?
I'm not sure that enjoy is the right word, but it was good.
It was good.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I like your detail. That's good.
Good.
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it?
Yes. OK, shall we taste?
Yes, gosh. Let's see how we've cooked this fish. Lovely, well done. You've not overly cooked. You can taste the lime in that, can't you? Nicely seasoned.
Good.
Well done.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
Thank you very
Well
much.
done.
The tasting was nerve-wracking. It seemed to go quite well. I think Frances liked most of the things that I'd put on the plate, but it was hard to tell. She didn't give a lot away.
When I ate the top part of the fish, I thought, oh no, it's so strong.
Yeah.
And I don't really like this parmesan business in
No.
it either. And I thought he's wrecked that halibut. But then when I took some of that lime,
Yeah.
it cleared it all out,
Yeah.
if you like.
Yeah.
Time for Adam with his dish of the day, of paella with pan-fried sea bass, squid and chicken thighs with a saffron foam.
That's done with, Adam. Are you happy, pleased with your results?
Some elements of it. The paella could be slightly too seasoned, and the foam's more of a sauce.
We did have a bit of an explosion
Yeah,
right at the end.
we did.
Well, the colours are lovely, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Really lovely. OK, so
Nice
shall we tuck in?
presentation, yeah. I wouldn't worry about the paella being too over-seasoned. I don't think it's over-seasoned, do you?
No.
I think we've got a huge amount of goodies in it, haven't we?
Yes. It's
You know,
filled with goodies.
and your bass tastes very, very nice indeed.
Thank you.
So,
Yep.
congratulations.
Thank you very much. Dig in. The squid might be a bit overdone as well. But
There's a lot of things in that, and it's very hearty.
Was it like a bush tucker trial where you couldn't get the...
Yes, it was, I'm afraid. I thought perhaps I'm a celebrity, get me out of it. It just needed a
Enormous
little
squid.
finer chopping, yes. It was just too big for my mouth.
OK.
It teaches me not to be greedy.
And finally, it's Brian with his dish of the day, of beef stroganoff with mushrooms, onions, shallots and Italian herbs.
Now, did you enjoy doing that, Brian? That's the main thing.
I really did. That was a real experience.
So we've got lots of love in that.
I think so. I think so.
That's great.
Yeah.
OK, well, let's try it.
Well, I think I would have liked to have had the rice a little more seasoned. Did you put salt in your rice?
Not salt. I've got pepper in there, but no, not salt.
And the meat is very tasty. We've got a little bit of scent of the basil coming through. It's all good.
Nice comments.
Yeah.
You happy with those?
Yes, fine. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was good. Stressful. They certainly know what they were looking for. Yeah.
Did he surprise you in the end?
It depends how you terminate surprise. I think Brian's dish is a great family dish.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're coming on a cookery show like this, maybe just have to
Up your game
just a bit.
Only 3 people can be taken through to the next round. For one of our home cooks, it's time to leave the competition.
I'd really love to go through to the next round and have a chance to cook with Frances. I think that would be fantastic.
I don't know if I've done enough to get through. I think I put a good dish out. I was happy with it, but everything else that came back was really tasty, so we'll just have to wait and see.
I'd love to go through, spend more time here. Great fun, so we'll see.
All 3 of the other dishes are as good as mine. I wouldn't like to be a judge either. It must be a difficult choice for them.
So obviously, you have to decide now who you're going to be sending home. Have you got an idea of who that cook might be?
I think I do, unfortunately, yes.
OK. Well, let's go break the news.
OK.
First, I'd like to say a big well done to all of you. But unfortunately, someone has to go home at this stage, and Frances has made her decision. So over to you.
Well, this is the awful bit, but it's a competition. So one of you has to go. And I think it will have to be Brian.
Oh, well done, Brian.
I do recognise that mine wasn't a complex dish, and there were some very complex and extremely good dishes with the other contestants. I'll have to do something different next time.
So that leaves 3 home cooks. They are Dina from Cheshire, Adam from London, and Matt from Edinburgh.
Round 2, it's the Chef's Challenge. Now, in this challenge, Frances has devised a simple test to see who has the skills she's looking for. So, Frances, what's today's challenge?
We're going to make a simple vinaigrette dressing.
OK.
I'm going to demonstrate how to make it, and then you will choose what quantities that you put in this vinaigrette dressing, because it's the taste that I'm interested in, OK? So I'm just going to I'm going to use a little bit of this, English mustard. I'm going to put a little bit of this in, powdered mustard, just to accentuate that. Vinegar, put a bit in there. A little bit of honey for sweetness. It relieves the vinegar. I get very tired of balsamic vinegars chucked over everything these days, and it's too heavy. Convenient, so just put a bit of oil in. 2/3 oil to your 1/3 mix. Don't worry about feeding the oil in. If you put these dressings and things in a blender, they come out too thick. So the best way is just to pour it in and give it a quick whiz around, OK? I'm just going to... See, that's pretty nice. That's the oil. Let's just pop a bit of vinaigrette dressing in here. I'm going to pick out a few leaves here now. Get a nice few. There's nothing nicer than basil leaf, bit of marjoram, watercress, nice peppery taste. It's packed with iron and it's so good for you. Just break these off I want the red bits, really, rather than... And you've got a bit of instant colour there. So I've used all those leaves. You don't have to. No. Just put that on there for the moment. So I'm just going to take a bit of this, and that's about as much as I'm going to pop in a bowl now. And then all I'm doing is I'm wiping the leaves, and that's why it needs to be fairly strong. It's just being wiped. And then, as we say in the kitchen, then just build your leaf. So simple, but clean and appetising.
Okay.
Would you like to taste the... Can they have a little taste?
Gosh, yeah.
Just to see what Frances has made and what she's looking for.
It's very light.
Yeah.
But it's smooth and just a bit of a tang from the vinegar.
You
is
haven't
really
got
nice.
that. You haven't got... It's not very acidic. You've taken that
Yeah,
acidity
yeah,
away.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see who's going to make the best job out of it then. OK?
Yes, chef.
Our cooks have 10 minutes to make the perfect salad dressing.
I don't eat huge amounts of salad, so dressings, obviously, don't make a hell of a lot of them.
I do make dressing, but I don't tend to do it the way Frances has just shown us.
The cooks can choose which mustards and which vinegars to include and make a dressing to their own taste.
What's really interesting is everybody seems to be using the grain mustard.
Rather than follow instruction, Frances is more interested in the cook's own creativity and flair.
Keep tasting and then you'll get your right balance.
Uncertain now.
Don't be uncertain, just be sure if... Do you like it?
Yeah.
That's great.
Just trying to get these flavours balanced. It's the hardest bit.
So how do you think they're getting on?
Well, nobody's used the balsamic. And I think and it is 8-year-old. I mean, it's lovely. I think it's because I said I hate balsamic just thrown over the
And I think you frightened them off the balsamic, to be honest.
I know, and I didn't mean to. Dear me, it's a shame, isn't it? They've all used the grain mustard because they think that will look nice. And one of them, I think, is putting some herbs through. Okay. But it'll be interesting to see what leaves she uses because she's put the herbs in the dressing.
Right, OK. Well, I'll leave you to have another quick look.
Yes, yes.
Just pile on the pressure.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
It's too nice. Too nice.
Trying to get a few different sizes on the leaves.
Frances wants the leaves to be wiped, not drowned. Too much dressing and the leaves will lose their bounce. Too little and the flavour is lost.
Cooks, you have just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to go.
I think it's getting there. It's the best dressing I've made.
And in the final minutes, it's time to build the leaf. The lighter the leaf, the taller the build.
Right, guys, time is up. Stop what you're doing and step away from your plates. The time is up.
Well, these all look lovely.
They do, don't they? Well, I think it's time to taste. Brilliant. Now, that was a fantastic challenge, Frances.
Good.
Let's
Yeah.
start. Here. This one. Okay.
Well, I think they're all different, interestingly enough. They're all different in taste. So this one has the edge for me.
Well done. You're through to the next round. Very well done.
Thank you.
This salad here is overdressed, but the taste is excellent. This is slightly not such a strong taste, a more oily taste. Although it's better dressed, I'm going to take that one.
Oh.
I'd have much preferred to stay and go through to Friday, but you know, unfortunately didn't. 2 others were great as well, so it's fine. To go out on a salad, I'm happy with that.
So that leaves just 2 cooks. They are Administrator Dina and Clinical Trials Manager Matt. But only one can be Frances's partner in the Friday final.
OK, so this is our 3rd and final round, the Chef's Special. In this challenge, our cooks will be given a set of ingredients to one of Frances's signature dishes. So, cooks, the aim of this challenge is for you to create a dish from the same set of ingredients. You'll get to find out what Frances makes a little bit later on. But for you at home, here's today's ingredients.
Frances has chosen filleted brill, large langoustines, nettle heads, black garlic, squid ink, white wine, wild garlic, Pernod, fresh peas, wild leeks, a shallot, a fennel bulb, chicken stock and double cream. Simple enough for the queen of the kitchen, but what will our home cooks make?
OK, cooks, you have 1 hour to create a fabulous dish. Reveal your ingredients because your time starts now.
So our cooks are off. This is the first time they've seen these ingredients. And while Dina gets tasting,
Wine.
Matt gets sniffing.
Quite an array of ingredients. Just got to think of something to do with it.
Dina quickly formulates a plan.
Right, OK. I'm getting there. Let's start.
Hi, Dina.
Hi.
How are we getting on?
And I'm going to fry off the shallot. I'm going to put all the heads and the shells of the langoustine in.
Good girl.
I'm going to put some Pernod into that and then kind of make, you know, and then put maybe some cream through that as well. And then I'm going to use some of the wild garlic and then make a sauce. Then I'm going to pan fry a plaice. I think it's plaice, or is it sole? I don't know. Plaice. Take some of the peas out as well and put that into the sauce. And I'll let you know. And make a little fennel salad as well.
Nice.
Nice, that
So-
sounds lovely. I think I'll come to your house for tea tonight.
Yeah, it does sound nice.
Meanwhile, Matt's busy investigating his nettle leaves.
How are we getting on here?
Not too bad. I think I've got the beginnings of a plan.
Oh, OK.
So, yeah,
Very good.
I'm going to make kind of cream sauce with peas, the shallots, the wine, a bit of the stock. And then I'm going to grill the fish. I'll poach the langoustines. And then I'm going to think of something to do with the greenery. Yeah, so I'm ignoring the squid ink.
Are you? Does it frighten you?
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, I'll see how
What
I'm
do you
gonna
think
manage
about
them.
the nettles?
I thought I'd taste them just to see what
Is
they're
your
like.
tongue sparkly?
No, I tested it on my finger to make sure it wasn't going to sting me.
Oh, fine.
But
Well
yeah,
done.
Then I
Well
thought
done.
I thought I'd try it. But
Thought I might have to come over and squirt water all over you when you use a chilli.
yeah,
Happy
Good
cooking.
luck. Yes, happy
thank
cooking.
you. Thanks.
Not easy peeling langoustines. I'm sure there's an easier way.
I think I may have made a mistake by going to take the skin off, but you know, I've started it now, so just need to finish this off. I'm not really sure what I'm doing with it, to be honest.
At the moment, Dina's dish is looking favourite because I was very impressed the way that she suddenly started using the langoustine heads and claws, and she's obviously going to make a good shellfish sauce.
Yeah.
Matthew, I think I'm a bit concerned about him, what he's going to do at the moment.
Okay.
I hope he's going to make the most of his ingredients.
Yeah.
If I'm not sure what to do with them, better to leave them out than make a mess of it. I'll stick with what I know.
The interesting thing is, Cherie, my opinion is changing.
Wow.
And I would have never, ever have thought that.
Okay, but it's not over yet.
No.
We'll see when we taste.
Yes.
On a closer inspection of her greens, Dina decides to make a stuffing, which in turn alters the way she'll cook her fish.
This is my change of plan, not pan frying, I'm steaming.
Meanwhile, still uncertain about his ingredients, Matt's beginning to look a bit lost.
It's all going to happen at the end. That's the plan.
Right, guys, you've got 15 minutes to go. Only 15 minutes left.
I'm done.
Right, just 2 minutes left. I know you finished, but 2 minutes left. Matt.
I'm done.
Oh, he's done. Now it's time to taste.
First, it's Dina. She's made steam brill stuffed with nettles, spring onions, black garlic and thyme, accompanied with fennel, fresh peas and a langoustine sauce.
There you go.
Lovely.
That was a real challenge because there were ingredients there that I wasn't sure of. I certainly didn't know how I would put those into a dish. So, yeah.
OK, shall we taste?
So, you pushed all those flavours together. I've got a lot of flavours here, that's the only thing. There's nothing sort of coming through. It's all one big flavour, isn't it? You've produced a very tasty dish. You should be very pleased with yourself making that. Well done.
Okay, thank you very much. I think they liked the langoustine and the fish, and she liked the fennel salad. So, yeah, it was nerve-wracking, but positive.
And finally into the tasting room is Matt. He's made grilled brill with fennel and langoustines, accompanied with fresh peas and a cream sauce.
Wonderful. How did you find that challenge?
It was difficult. Yeah, very difficult. I think some unusual ingredients, some things I wasn't quite sure about.
So did you identify the fish?
I thought it was plaice, but I wasn't sure.
Well, plaice has a definite taste, so it certainly wasn't plaice.
Okay.
It was brill.
Right.
It was baby brill, which is, that's a lovely fish.
OK, so shall we taste?
Yes, lovely. Well, you might not know your fish, but you cook it very well.
Thank you.
And you know what? If you had put a little black garlic in that sauce,
Yeah.
you would have given it just that little bit of...
Yeah. Just that risk I should have taken.
Yeah. You could have taken a bit of your stock and mixed up your squid ink And you could have just dragged it around your plate, and with that lovely yellow sauce and that, it could have been a wow.
Thank you. I regret not taking a bit more of a risk, I think, looking back, but it's easy with hindsight, I think, under pressure, and I really wasn't sure what to do with them, so I'll know for next time if I cook that again.
So with the final challenge complete, it's just left for Frances to decide which of our 2 home cooks will return as her partner for the Friday final.
I was very happy with it, considering that she had no idea about what she was going to do, and she changed halfway through, so she's thinking all the time. He's got a good palate, an exciting one.
Could have been near perfection if he just added those few touches.
Yeah, and that's because he's erring on the side of caution, which we all do when we have an audience.
Yeah. Have you got a bit of an idea about who you'd like to be your partner?
Well, I think gathering up what I have seen today, yes, I think I've made my decision.
But before Frances announces the winner, it's time to reveal what she makes with those ingredients.
So just to get going on this, I've got a pan that's heating away, and I'm just going to stick these in here. There's no oil in there, that's just a hot pan, and I've got gloves on because these langoustine shells can stick into your hands quite badly. Okay? I'm just going to nip these tops off the fennel. There we go. I'm basically just making a stock with things that I'm going to stick that in here like that. So I don't need all these nettles, obviously. I'm just literally blanching them, just taking the sting out, if you like. And these are what the little roots. I'm going to semi-pickle these in white balsamic. A few of your garlic leaves. So that's there. Now, just take the skin off the fish. Just chop the langoustine up. Now, just spread this along the bottom. Put in here the unblanched but washed nettles, and just pop that over like that. Another little on top. There. Just slice my fennel. And again, nip off the top and slice this down. Just take a little nip. Bottom. Then on there goes my black garlic. 3 little cloves of black garlic. Give this a quick heat. There you are, a few leeks, garlic. Now your fish is going to sit on that. Why am I using Pernod? It accentuates the fennel.
Yeah.
Why not too much? And pop that in the oven for 15 minutes.
So you were awarded your Michelin star back in 2003, and
Yeah.
you still got it.
I know, amazing, nightmare.
That is amazing.
Michelin stars are great, but if somebody's sitting there eating with huge care and interest, you think, oh my God, quickly, make sure that it's good, and you get quite neurotic and probably don't do as well as you would do normally. I'm whizzing this. This is wild garlic pulverised. Sherry, you want to have a blitz?
Yes, of course.
I'm just going to stick these peas in. Yeah. Great.
Is that
Thank
good?
you. Yes, now look at that colour.
Beautiful colour.
You see?
Gorgeous.
And to me, why are people using food colourings?
Yeah. Well,
Hey, you
do they use them in top restaurants? Lots of food colourings?
they're around. Right, I don't know how these peas are doing. Yeah, I think we can just pop them. So that's nice, a bit more of our garnish. I'm just going to pass off my stock, which means sieve or,
Right.
whatever. There we go. I'm just going to bring that down just to reduce a bit. So just plonk that garlic in there. And again, I'm just going to tip a bit of this in here. Now, are you guessing yet why I need the...
Squid ink.
Yeah.
It's going to go into there. OK.
Now, that we're going to add to a little of my stock. Whack the cream in. And then the famous squid ink, which... plop it in, go for it. The tangine has just come out of the oven, so the fun then starts when it comes to plating up.
Yeah?
Pop this on the plate. And then pop that on there. Peas, just pop the peas. Wild garlic flowers, you can really sort of add those. My nettles. And there, I think we have it.
Right, guys, let's tuck in.
There we go.
What do you think?
Fantastic.
Is it? Absolutely delicious.
That's fantastic.
It's so nice.
It's absolutely amazing, Frances. But it's time to reveal who you're going to take through to the Friday final. But before you do, let's have a quick recap of what our cooks made earlier.
In the first round, the consistency of Dina's Portuguese balls was too heavy for Frances.
The tastes were good, but I'm not sure I could eat a whole plate.
She delivered a tasty dressing in the second, but overdressed her leaves. And in the final round, she impressed Frances with her use of ingredients and flavour combinations.
Oh, I'd love to win. I tried my hardest, and I hope it was enough.
Meanwhile, Matt produced a perfectly cooked fish dish in the first round. He aced his salad dressing in the second, but disappointed Frances in the final round with his failure to experiment with all the ingredients.
If you had put a little black garlic in that sauce,
Yeah.
it could have been a wow.
Having come this far, I'd love to win this. I think I've learned so much over the course of today, and I'd love to come back on Friday and cook in the final.
First of all, I'd like to say a massive well done to both of you. You've been brilliant today. But it's time for Frances to declare her winner and who will be joining her in the Friday final. So it's over to you, Frances.
Well, first of all, let me say I have swithered. This has been a really, really hard decision for me. And in the end, my decision is to take you to the final because you're going to work really hard for me.
Oh, I'm so excited. That was so good. Wow. That was great. Great. Can't wait. Girl team.
I'm feeling a bit disappointed, but I think it was very close, and all of Dina's dishes were fantastic. So, you know, I knew it was going to be a tough decision. And I'm sure Dina's going to do a great job on Friday.
Are you ready to do me proud?
Yes, chef.
Good girl.